About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct? Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far. And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. They'll look to throw now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week. Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Chris Olave Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and long. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go play action here on first down. And complete to Drake London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Open man right side is Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A gain there of 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Rams 27, Falcons 20.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Right side, and he finds Gray. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
A 46-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. and it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Los Angeles, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.